good morning and welcome to the very first score of day 2 of the Hula Hoops National Cup Finals. It has come courtesy of Liam Carmody for Blue Demons. His Cork side are taking on BC Leixlip Zalgiris. This is the Hula Hoops men's NICC National Cup Final. We've had 20 seconds on the board. We've had 2 baskets already. I haven't even had a chance to say my name is Ross, and I'm delighted to have Martin Conroy beside me this morning.
Nice to be here, Ross. Looking forward to this one. Should be a great game.
Well, so it is promising thus far. Starting 5 for Demons: Ryan Murphy, Shane McCarthy, Shane Collin, David Lehan and Liam Carmody. Combining there for Zalgiris, Tomasauskis, Dalius Tomasauskis and Romas Adukas. You've also got Kestutis Demulovicis, Marius Kasparovicius and one Masvidas Chaplauskis for Zalgiris. Chaplauskis, player coach, has been keeping himself in reserve in recent weeks, but starts this morning. And there he is, pushing the ball. The reason we mention him is that he is one of the survivors from the Dublin Inter team, a largely Lithuanian-based Premier League side as it was at the time. Also had some time with Tempelhoge after the disbandment of that particular team, most of which have filtered down, or at least the ones still capable of playing at a high level age-wise, have filtered down to this Zalgiris team. If you recall, a very famous game at the arena a couple of years ago between St. Brendan's of Tralee and Leixlip Namunas. Namunas changing their name to Zalgiris because they're sponsored by the Honour Club of BC Zalgiris. You could say one of the biggest clubs in Lithuania. To be fair, they're one of the biggest clubs in Europe. They are previous EuroLeague winners and have the likes of Sabonis and all these guys in and amongst their Hall of Fame. What a fantastic start to this game, Martin.
Yeah,
we're trying to get the ball rolling, and it's already been flying around the place.
It's slowing down a little bit now, though, the scoring-wise. Anyway, like you had 8 points in the first, 40 seconds, 50 seconds, and that's the first basket since then. Yeah.
Important to look at the combination there between the 2 Shanes, Shane McCarthy and Shane Collin, the 2 silver foxes, shall we say, on this Demons team. Bring bags of experience. No Niall O'Reilly for them. I mean, that's actually athleticism there from Shane Collin, and I don't mean to display any surprises, but I mean, when you're in your 20th year of playing senior basketball for a team, 18 of which were spent at Super League level, and you can do, grab that kind of rebound, you've got an awful lot to go on. Yeah,
you just see that rebound there from Shane. Like, I mean, we shouldn't be surprised by anything that either of the Shanes do, really. Like, Shane McCarthy was immense here last year in the final against UCD, and I'm sure his experience will be key for Demons today as well. They've got to watch the size inside of Zalgiris, and especially their number 11, Tomaskis. And Shane's going to have to be the big man for Demons.
Don't worry about it, Martin. I spent all week scouting this team, and that was literally just to pronounce their names.
Did a good job on it, Ross. Fair play to you.
So that was interesting now, because I think both sets of teams thought they'd gotten the call there in terms of the ref, but it is Carmody who goes to the line. Chance to make things double scores, albeit at a very premature stage to be saying things like that. And plenty of Lithuanians in the crowd, and in terms of the basketball culture that they've grown up in, you do absolutely every last thing as a fan to put off a free throw or any member of the team. That had a chance for Chaplauskis, no joy there. I do believe the Lithuanian ambassador to Ireland, or is that the Irish ambassador to Lithuania? I'm not sure which, but either way, he's in the crowd and cheering on his countrymen. And that 3 has called for a timeout with 6:37 to go in this first quarter. So the hot start through the hot hands of Shane McCarthy, and it's not what Zalgiris would have been wanting. Make no mistake about it, they are up for this game. They've been to the arena, they've lost in the arena, they don't want to do it again. And Chaplauskas calls that play on himself right out of the timeout. It's a long 2, but it's the response that his side wanted.
Yeah, they don't want to be falling away, you know, too early in this, and that's, you know, what Demons can do to you. You know, they can score in bunches. They're a really solid side defensively, so you know you're going to have to work for whatever scores you get, and Zalgiris are definitely going to have to do that.
That was a good offensive screen from McCarthy inside. Now he's got plenty of company in there, but does enough. Hands in the back, proving effective here. He's back on the ball. It's opened up inside, and that's great play from Carmody to make the space and to demand the ball into the low post as well.
Yeah, but again, it came from Shane McCarthy. Brilliant defensive stop the other end. He's given up a lot of size there, and then he sees that easy inside pass to make it an easy 2-pointer for Carmody.
And if Zalgiris are to come back into this game, of course, there's loads of time to do it. You will have to look for their man, Damulevicis, but they can come from all over the court, and Zalgiris are more than back in contention.
Absolutely. McCarthy, let's go again from 3.
Unlucky there. We were all waiting to see what would happen with that. And there is Damulevicis. A couple of guys who have, on this Zalgiris squad, have played to a high level. Fast break on. Would you have thought Shane McCarthy be part of any kind of fast break? Well, of course he would. A guy who knows what he's doing like that. I think he's taking a bang in the eye on his way up there. He's not happy anyway. Let's see here now.
Yeah, just gets a little
love tap.
Finger in the eye. He's okay. He's smiling at him, so he's all right.
Okay.
He's passed out a few of those in his ear, let me tell you.
Just taking a look around here for Chaplauskas. Don't actually see him on the bench either, but he would have played Division 2 in Lithuania. Chaplauskas, very promising at underage, played at a very high level in university and did play D3 in Lithuania as well. And very much an assured player at the very highest levels of Irish club basketball as well. 4:44 to go in this first quarter. Demons with a 5-point lead. Chaplauskas goes to the weak side. Unlucky there. Kasparovicius with the 3-point effort.
You know, stopping the threes for Zalgiris is going to be a tough thing for Demons, but they're doing a good job on it so far. And then they're getting their defensive board, so they're not giving second opportunities, which again is going to be very important in this game.
Looks like Zalgiris are going to try and bring in some more size. Leixlip coming into the game.
Big and one there from Liam Carmody. Takes a step. Correct call by the referee. We see it here. Steps in, jump stop, and he's on his way up. So that's a good call from Dave Kabai.
Hotly contested by both the players and supporters of Zalgiris, Damulevicis in particular. Important to keep cool heads. It is so warm in here in the arena this morning. Are you wearing 2 layers?
Yeah,
oh, they're sporty layers, they're wearing.
Nice and light.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's times in this arena it could be lash and rain inside and you wouldn't notice. It's just the intensity this weekend. It is incredible. Now it's out to a 2-possession game. Chaplauskas wants to run the sets, goes to Damulevicis. Keeping the ball out of harm's way there. It's inside to the substitute, who'll get 2.
Demons have dropped into a 2-3 now, and you know they don't want to be giving up, you know, passes inside like this. It's a good job from Zalgiris to get that ball so close to the basket.
Kasparovicius had just come off the bench to do exactly what he was doing there. Goes for a practice throw. Let's see what he's like with the ball in hand. There might be a certain element at certain elements of the club game where you're happy to give up free throws to certain players. Generally, they tend to be the big uns. But you know, I mean, every single Lithuanian on the floor here, and indeed that entire squad this afternoon are all Lithuanian. They can all handle the ball. Great work from Carmody. The athleticism inside. No joy there for Blake Murphy, an underage international. So will have experience on this court as well as at this level. Goes to the corner for Zalgiris. That wasn't pretty. And off goes Carmody. Might look to go himself. Very unlucky here. And that's telling now from Zalgiris. That fast break was on if they needed it. They were more than happy to go back and settle into a half-court structure.
Yeah, they're looking, trying to get their sets, trying to go inside against the smaller Demons team. But Demons doing a great job defensively of
kick out the extra pass. It's not falling for Zalgiris, but they look pretty whilst they're doing it. Just over 3 minutes now left. Still 6 points between the sides. McCarthy, the best looking player on the floor, goes to Carmody.
Wow.
The gap is out to 9.
Carmody's opened up here in the first quarter. He must have at least 11 points out of that 20 there so far.
This is the first game of the day. Some of us are still waking up. But I'd say, look at this. Never a doubt from Carmody. I'd say he had the dinner this morning at 6:30. Change, Shane McCarthy getting his first break of the game. Also coming into the game, Ryan Murphy checking back in. And Carmody getting a break there. Talk about a well-earned break, in fairness. Daniel Thompson is in the game. Just got his hands on the ball there. Stuart Rogers, the captain of this team, also inside.
Yeah, with Troy, like I'm sure Troy is going to give Shane, maybe 2 or 3 minutes and then try and get maybe Shane Collin out after that. Try and keep that little bit of size that they do have in there between, giving those two guys a rest.
You get the sense that substitution was always going to happen at this stage of the game. Chaplowskis, well, he was waiting for movement to his left-hand side from Trakowskis, who is on the floor, but goes all the way himself for 2.
Another great pull-up and jump shot there from Chaplowskis.
The steal here goes back to Chaplowskis, leaves the ball after him. Don't want to have to mention Paki Bonner in 1994 again. The fade away from Chaplowskis. That's good work inside between Thompson and Collin to fight for that rebound. They were giving up 4 to 5 inches on reach there, and that's unlucky from Ryan Murphy.
Shane Collins come up with 3 rebounds he should never have got near, and again, his experience is getting his body in the right place and just doing enough to keep the ball alive. There's the jump shot from Chaplowskis, is a great shot.
So this game is certainly starting to take shape. Demons, all natural basketballers themselves, happy to use their skills. Zalgiris applying a little bit of structure to what they're at to add to those skills, and they're back to within 5.
Yeah, they seem to be happy to set for that, the half-court sets, and they're doing a really good job of running them. They're getting nice, easy shots, and it's just a matter of how many they're going to make now at this stage.
Trakowskis and Chaplowskis both combining there. Hard to believe. Trakowskis, yeah, and there we go. Long 2. And it doesn't seem to matter to Zalgiris whether they're either side of the line. They seem to be comfortable shooting from any range, although it was telling to watch Shane Collin step back a good 3-4 steps before he let that 3-pointer fly. Now he's taking a quick break. Trakowskis was come onto the floor there, number 21, 43 years of age. You couldn't tell it from here, I tell you.
Wow. You see Shane McCarthy checking back in for Shane Collin there, just as we were saying earlier, like just to give both of them a rest in the first quarter, get him a couple of minutes on the bench.
And the Leixlip supporters have found their voice. I say Leixlip, their home gym is actually in Confey, which is just 1 kilometre away from the Salmon's Leaf. And Trakowskis there, yeah. think he could still do a job at levels far higher than this one. This is the Intermediate Club Championships, designed to give every single basketball club in the country a chance to play at this level. Now, it has changed a little bit over the years. It tends to be the second teams of bigger clubs, clubs operating at a high level in Dublin and that kind of thing. As we see Leixlip in the game. And here he is again.
Now we see that, more and more clubs are using it as a stepping stone to National League, so hopefully that's what will happen over the next couple of years, Ross.
We still want to see that little club from absolutely nowhere going for it. Speaking of which,
wow, great
really
finish,
impressive. Ryan Murphy.
I watched him play as a fresher in Carlow, must be 5-6 years ago, and he was absolutely magnificent that weekend. Got MVP of the tournament.
It's a frantic end to this quarter. No basket will count there. We've already had one of the highlights of the half here. Just look at this.
Yeah, Murphy takes it.
Murphy, and he goes absolutely no fear in taking on Chaplowskis. Chaplowskis hits the deck. Murphy still has an awful lot to do.
Yeah, and takes the contact and makes the basket. Chaplowskis was unlucky. He probably just got his foot inside the charge circle.
Super start to the first quarter. 5 points between the sides. So, look at this. The go-to player for Zalgiris, Demulovic, has been embarrassed somewhat by the restart of the second quarter. Now,
it was a great steal from Carmody, and he just saw Ryan trailing down the lane, just gave it to him for an easy two.
He could hulk out here. He's in green, and you wouldn't like him when he's angry. But the speed of thought and action of Blue Demons has given them genuine advantages. And I think Zalgiris have decided to play that little bit tougher here. It's with Demulovic. No way past Carmody there. Good defense from Demons. Inside as well. And the Demons would be absolutely delighted with that and the way they've defended there, particularly McCarthy. There's a no-look pass to the corner for Carmody. That is supreme. And the gap is out to 10 points. Timeout's been called.
Great job from Carmody. Great shot in the corner, ran the floor well.
Look at this inside. That's Carmody.
Yeah, he takes a hit there, but he just gets up and gets on with it. He knows there's no call coming from the referee on that.
50 seconds left in this timeout. We'll give you time to gather your thoughts. look across the stats for Liam Carmody, where he's already picked up 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal and 15 points, including 2 from the 3-point line.
That's not bad for 11 minutes, Ross, eh?
It's pretty good going. Now, the only thing you might say in terms of Zalgiris, their leading scorers are Dukas, they have had 6 points off the bench from 3 different players. And when you consider that one of the key differences between the stuff we'll see later on and the stuff we'll see this morning, maybe conditioning, having that strength and depth may work in favour for Zalgiris. And there's a lovely battle across the day here. I think we're going to get it from Shane McCarthy and Dalius Tomasauskas. And you have to say, McCarthy's owning this one right now.
That's my man Shane. Like, defensively, he's killing them. He's not reaching. He's just using his body to body up against the number 11 from Zalgiris. He's doing a fantastic job. He can't get a shot off for us.
Trzaskowskis using all his experience to feed him inside.
Then the other end, like, I mean, you see the little step through, gets him off his feet, and then it's an easy finish for Shane. I mean, that's experience. It's fantastic. It
is, and there's just this force field around the front of him as well that really does seem to be doing it for him, you know.
Great guy, great player.
Ryan Murphy taking on responsibility inside to David Lehan. Lehan with the bounce pass back to McCarthy, kicked out to Collin. Tries the pump fake, it's back in for Carmody in the paint, just short there with the runner, and offsets to Mulavicius. Needs some space in front of him. He's a running guard in a big way. It's up. That won't get the roll. Collin with the rebound. No joy there for Butkevicius on the floor, the substitute. And Demons just so at ease on this floor. They've been here so many times, you know, at both Division 1 level and, you know, when you look up to the banners flying high above this gym, and Demons winning in 2014 and 2015.
Yeah, and like, again, it's for me, it's the defensive work they're doing. Like, it's just fantastic. They're forcing the pass to go outside when it's brought inside. We've got a timeout coming now.
And that's worked out well for Zalgiris. They needed one. They didn't have one to call. Demons have called it with 7:21 to go in this half. And if you look at the stats for Zalgiris in terms of where they're having to shoot from just to put 19 points on the board, they've only had 1 3-pointer, but they've only had 8 points in the paint. Look, everything they're doing is long twos and mid-ranges. That's a very risk-heavy strategy. Well, it's not a strategy. They're being forced into it by the defensive Blue Demons.
Absolutely. It's something that Troy talked about before the game, you know, trying to get their size out of the key. And, you know, he's dependent a lot on Shane McCarthy and Shane Collin to get the rebounds. And oh, what a pass from Collin.
Beautiful to look at, a trio of soft hands. It's 31 points now for Demons.
Yeah, Troy's game plan is definitely working. You know, he's keeping them off the board. He's forcing them to shoot lower percentage shots, and he's getting the rebound on the defense. So he's doing a great job so far.
field goal percentage at the moment of 46% for Demons, and it's 30% for Zalgiris. That will help.
I watched the timeout in one of the monitors here, and I just saw Mazidas go at Tomaskowskis during the timeout, telling him just to be more aggressive, be stronger against Shane McCarthy. He definitely was that time.
Trukowskis back in the game. Zalgiris know they need experience, but they need that man heating up as well, and he's screaming at himself in frustration. Wouldn't they love just an easy run-in layup now just to settle themselves? They
need something, you know. I mean, again, they're streaky. They can start. If they hit 1 or 2, it could be 6 or 7, you know. CJ Fulton time.
Is that what we're going to call it now?
That's what we're calling it.
That's what we're calling it. And if you've been on the moon in the last couple of days, you've certainly heard of CJ Fulton's 15 3-pointers, 47 points. If you've been on the moon, you've probably seen one of these rainbow threes flying by you on its way to swish the basket. Looked a little bit like that, but just not as good. A 15-year-old kid doing one of the most spectacular things. But you can't... Yep, it looked a lot like that, to be fair.
That was pretty.
And at times it did look like the ball was going in slow motion in terms of what CJ did. You know, and when you think back, he shot 15 from 19. Yeah, sure, the four that he missed rimmed out, but every single three swish.
It was bombing net every time. Like, I mean, I was actually right behind the scorer's table watching the game. It was ridiculous. It was the best thing I've ever seen in underage level of basketball.
I really get the impression there that David Lahan was thinking about chucking it up behind him there. Of course, you know, when you think of that, yeah.
Just watch him wrap. Once he wraps his elbow around, that's a good offensive call by Mark Giller in there, who is definitely one of our best up-and-coming referees, if not the best.
They're all good refs, Brett. And, you know, Ciara Bracken with her 9 threes as well in her final. And the school stuff has really set us up for a cracking weekend, even last night.
Like, if you watch Ciara's performance, I mean, I would commentate on that game. I mean, we'd still be talking about that had CJ not done what he did. You know, I mean, that's 9 threes in an All-Ireland final. That's unbelievable stuff.
It's the best you'll see in Ireland. Just so happens there was a world-class performance that very same day. And this time Dimulovic just opts to swing the ball.
Fantastic defense. And it's that man again, Carmody. Watch him get in the lane, get his feet set. Great defense here. Brilliant job. I mean, that's putting your body on the line for your team. I mean, every one of his teammates will be thankful for that.
Real bravery there. 12 points between the sides. The wheelchair basketball final last night between Killester and Ballybrackville. Cracking game. A little bit of a blowout, it must be said, in the under-20 final, but plenty of class on show on both sides there between DC Mercy and Brunel.
Yeah, when Brunel never give up in that game. I watched a bit of it this day going right in the last whistle, but it is a fantastic DCU team, to be fair.
The defense again from Demons, they're all up on their toes. They're making it look easy right now, particularly with how they're executing on offense. Shaplowskis just about gets the rebound. Carmody was sniping in there. And this is the man that Zalgiris need to come into the game. If they're going to heat up, it's going to be through this guy. And he's forcing it a little bit.
That's
it's easy to tell from here.
Absolutely, Ross. And like the more he misses, the harder it's going to be for him, because he's got to get himself going. But again, he hits 1 or 2, it's a different game.
He'll just have to write that one off. Will Blake Murphy? I think he did too, to be fair. So Dukas, the leading scorer for Zalgiris at the moment, making his cut inside.
After the start we had, where Zalgiris had 4 points in 40 seconds, they've scored 17 points in the last 17 minutes. You know, I mean, that's not good enough for them, and they know that as well. But it's still only a 12-point game. Here comes the rest for Shane Collin, with Shane McCarthy checking back in.
It's the time to call it too, I think. You get the sense the Demons, you know, for all the athleticism and fervour they have in their young guns, they'll need either of those Shanes on the floor at any given time. Turn and shoot from Triplauskas. That's the class to bring it back to 10.
Gets himself free, he's able to get to the corner and make that shot.
But still, they're playing such a low, a low rate of return basketball.
Yep.
Now they're backing themselves to that. Is a wonderful mid-air dish there. And very unlucky from Stuart Rogers not to be able to finish. Plenty of style on this court, really high standard for what is an intermediate club championship game. And Rogers trying to do a Shane McCarthy on it, turns to the ref, can't believe he didn't get the call there. Yeah. But his opposite number, Tomasauskas, for 2, and now it's back to 8 points.
Yeah, he was looking for Tomasauskas dropping his shoulder, and you can see why, but you've got to put up with that physicality at this level,
Carmody goes to the corner, doesn't get to the roll. Now, if something happens here, we could be looking at a very different game. Just a little bit of a snapshot there from Kasparvichis.
What a rebound from Stuart Rogers again, helping his team out, not allowing second opportunities.
Good commitment on the other side from Kasparvichis.
See this here, just watch him, back him down. Rogers does a great job of standing straight up. That's what he was looking for there.
The shoulder drop.
Yeah, but he's inside the charge circle. He's not going to get that from Dave Cabai. He's dead right. Stuart did a great job for his team. Timeout coming there, Ross.
Timeout called. Still though, it's just 8 points between the sides and 1:55 to go to the half. Just taking a look at the three-point percentages, and that's a very rare error from Shane McCarthy, but he's furious. He doesn't think it was an error at all.
We'll see it here. Yeah.
Yeah, please don't say another word. I think you've described that absolutely perfectly, Martin. But in terms of what, and we may see an effort here. Mulvichis is in the corner, and that effort inside. And that's the thing with Adukas, he doesn't have to go all that far. He's just 6 feet from getting a rollicking from his coach.
Mazidas, it's a tough gig, player coach. Thankfully, never had to do it.
McCarthy, 3 players around in there. And Zalgiris.
He's looking for that one as well. I don't know about this one. Does a good job of going up. The block is there. Ooh, I think he might be right on that one.
The replays aren't about the referee, yeah?
Absolutely. Yeah. Inez is definitely one of my favorite referees. I think she's a fantastic referee. But like coaches, they make mistakes and we make mistakes, Ross.
That sounds most magnanimous of you, Martin. But, if we look here, just...
He slips, but it is intentional. It's unsportsmanlike when he falls and he tries to reach out. So
it's unfortunate. He's raging. Credit to David Lehan for somehow trying to get a shot away in the middle of all of that.
Yeah, he did really well. Really well.
Yeah, Demons at the moment shooting at 80% from the free throw line. They've had 4 from 5. I think one of the big stats for them at the moment is they're shooting at 39% for 3. When you consider that Zalgiris have had 13 efforts from the arc, one of which...
Yeah, they're shooting at 8%.
Yeah.
That's the way I shoot from 3. This is different for Irish players. We don't often get, crowds shouting and roaring when we're shooting free throws. So
very much a cultural difference. Consider when you go to Coleman Park, you have to have your phone on silent.
There you go. There you go.
And possession as well, because that was called as an intentional foul. 9 points. Just a minute to go now.
It's going to be the 14th foul for Zalgiris as well.
And he can afford a laugh there as well, Chaplowskis. He picks up his second personal foul. Troy O'Mahony, of course, involved with the Super League team for Demons as well. He's their assistant coach. Steps up to the big gig today. And very experienced in terms of coaching.
Yeah, you watch this here, it's just the speed. The first step from Corkery, or not from Corkery, from Carmody. Just gets him past Mazidas, and he's going to go to the line now because of team fouls. Shane McCarthy had just asked me as well, Ross, if you don't mind, before the game, to say hello to Stuart Rogers' wife, Tara Sheehan. All the lads are thinking of you down there, Tara, so hope you're doing well.
Tara, you're probably the only one in the country right now who reserves the right to call us out in our poor commentating performance. You can do so using hashtag Hula Hoops Cup. But we're delighted you have an opportunity to see your husband and his teammates, and they're 11 points clear with a minute to go to the half. And this minute tends to do an awful lot in cup basketball. It's a chance for leaders to get clear. It's a chance for trailers to trail less. And it's the former that goes the way of Blake Murphy there.
Super strong finish going to the basket, and doing exactly what Troy wanted him to do. Run the floor. Zalgiris are going to find it hard to get back on him, and that's a great finish from Blake.
Looking for the basket and not the contact, whether the contact is coming or not. Chaplowskis finally gets a bit of help with the screen, but now it's 1 for 14, 1 for 15. And even I can't calculate that fast in my head. It's just not good. What about McCarthy? 3 seconds left. This is going to be spectacular if it's going to be anything. Catch and release, beats the buzzer.
No good on that.
Doesn't beat the backboard. Half time here.
We just see this one here. The steal comes in. Shane McCarthy, beautiful long pass into the lane for Blake Murphy. And that's a super finish from Blake. Great job from UCC Demons.
So at halftime, it is the Demons fans who can reflect on a much more positive 20 minutes of basketball. And when Zalgiris had gotten it back to 8 points as they had, it is now out to 13. Join us in 10 minutes for the second half.
Just fell the right way for him to be able to go to the basket, use his body, make the score, and now he's going for a little bonus.
A lightning start from both sides. 2 baskets each inside the opening 30 seconds, but then came a 7-0 run from Demons, and it's never got back inside that. They went out to 11-4, and now they've doubled that 7-point lead with just 30 seconds gone in the third quarter. And this looks good from Zalgiris, and finally it's gone in for Demulovic. He'd shot, it was 4 3-pointers with no joy, and just that inside shot was maybe what he needed. Takes his tally to 4 points.
Absolutely, like he's missed a couple from outside. He just needs to see the ball go through the hoop, and you know that might give him that little bit of confidence that he needs now.
Demons not short on confidence, experience, talent or skill. They just noticed there Shane McCarthy has a tattoo on his left arm. I don't know if you can pick it up on your tiny little phone that you're probably watching this on, but he has a tribute on his arm to one of his great heroes, his teammate Shane Collin, because the only thing that it says on his tattoo is the word Shane, and we're assuming it's for Shane Collin, not Shane McCarthy, and it just keeps coming, doesn't it?
Mr. Carmody again, you know, I mean, the guy's on fire. I think he's 3 from 3 from the 3-point line. He's got 22 points in the game. Fantastic job from him.
Yeah, 6 rebounds and 2 assists as well, or 3 assists, making him a stat leader across the board.
Watch this here. He just comes off the screen from Shane, pulls up, in rhythm. There you go. Nice 3. Great job.
So Chaplauskis, and as you can see, the Lithuanian support, they're not quiet for either team shooting free throws. It's encouragement or discouragement. And Chaplauskis just turns to the crowd and gives a quick smile. Very interesting to see as well, in terms of the blue that's in the crowd for Blue Demons, it tends to be club tops and club tracksuits. For Zalgiris, it's uniforms, not because they all play for Zalgiris Leixlip, but because they all support BC Zalgiris, the great Kaunas club. And Demulovic, the one player that Zalgiris needed to see scoring, has the score back to within 12.
Yeah, he's getting it going now. Like his last 2 moves are strong to the basket, and that's 2 good finishes as well, you know.
Energizes him on defense as well. Gives the whole team a lift. So Colin picks out Carmody to Murphy. Wonderful, just wonderful there.
Yeah,
sorry, it's David Lehan, I beg your pardon.
3-point shooting has been superb from Demons. Their percentages must be way up in the 40s or maybe early 50s.
Definitely up into the 40s at this stage. But the bench has been a key thing for Zalgiris in whatever they've done. That was Grabowskis there. And they do have 10 points off the bench now.
It was the first time Colin, here's a big 3 from Colin way outside. First time Colin really helped on the defense. Probably didn't need to. Shane McCarthy had it kind of sorted out inside.
Grabowskis with the grab. Chaplauskis used the screen well. It's an open 3. And second chance, and that's... Oh, turning on the style, Mr. Collin. And actually that was a necessary around the back pass as well, to be fair.
It's the only way you can get that pass away, Ross.
Yeah, in fairness, it's not all about looking good. He can do a job too. Here's Demulovic. Cut from Kasparvic did briefly suggest an open look in the corner, but I think they're a little bit more tentative about shooting from outside now.
You see Ryan Murphy and the defense he's putting on Mazzy. Let's just watch this pass come across here to Lenihan. Is it Lenihan again? And that's another nice 3. But watch the defense that Ryan Murphy's putting on Mazidas down there. Like he's really up in his grill. He's not letting them get easy passes. He's not letting them get free or get any rhythm in his offense.
His grill. I see you must have been listening to R. Kelly on the way up in the car from the Bowels of Leinster this morning. Spin move inside.
The only R. Kelly I know is a guy called Ray Kelly, who now lives in Canada. Ball goes inside here again. He's just got that mismatch. That's an easy, and it's a decent foul from Murphy's going to put the big man on the line, see if he can make his free throws.
And is your Ray Kelly an international hip-hop artist?
He's a fantastic guy.
He's not paid, or
he's raised in Canada for a long time now. He's a member of the past Portage Panthers basketball club.
And you'll see again the Lithuanian ambassador and all his compatriots sending the encouragement the way of Andrius Lekavicius. Andrius, I should say, excuse me.
Big man's done a good job. He's 4 from 4 from the line. Like, so if they are going to foul him, he's going to make his free throws. Maybe they didn't need to look at somebody else to foul.
McCarthy had open hands wherever he looked. He went with Carmody. This won't count.
He was looking for it though, Ross. He was looking for the two, but it was a great step again. If you watch it here, just comes up, squares him up. Yeah, there's the hands right there. So good finish though. I believe that Liam has had a fantastic game so far. He's playing really, really well. His sister is Stephanie is watching the game all the way down in Perth, Australia at the moment, Ross.
Oh, Perth. Is she in Subi or Leedy? Yeah, if you're in Perth, you have to add an O or an I onto anything.
Lost me on that one, buddy.
It's true.
Yeah, great move there from Shane Collin. Nice, strong move to the basket. He's going to get 2 free throws because of that.
From the Swan River to the Gooseneck, and nothing but net for Shane Collin. There's only one person in the entire stream world who got that, and it's your Perth resident.
Demons are doing a great job of just keeping it out there at 10 points. You know, if Zalgiris can get, you know, under that 10, maybe get down to 6 points going into the last quarter, this is going to be a hell of a finish.
Chaplowskis will look to lead the way.
Shane McCarthy again on the boards. What a fantastic job.
This Zalgiris team played a Division 1 men's game on Wednesday evening in their home gym in Confey. Ran out comfortable winners in that one. And we're trying out a few things ahead of this game. You know, I think they were 30 or 40 points clear in the fourth quarter. They put on a full court press. And they were shooting well.
Oh, beautiful from Carmody again.
Just wonderful.
Little ball fake, goes baseline, makes the easy 2.
And Leixlip straight out of their seats calling for a timeout.
Watch this, Ross. Look, just little ball fake here. Gets the player
pass
off his feet. Bye-bye. There you go. 2 points.
And it takes Demons to the half-century mark with 5 minutes left in this third quarter. So just had a quick look at the stats there, and you know, we can talk about work rate, defensive intensity, Demons' ability to close out, but the bottom line is a shooting team like Zalgiris, they've had 18 three-point attempts. How many have they made, Martin?
1. I think it puts them on 6% is what it is, Russ, or something like that. But like it's the defensive intensity from Demons. You know, we should just see this move from Mazidas there. He's gonna go to the line. Big man goes to the line. Shane's first foul, I think, on him.
First foul.
First foul on him. I think it's his second foul as well. So no, it is his first foul.
This is Thomas Sauskas. What Demons have been doing, they've been doing clean.
But like you talk about the Zalgiris being a shooting team. I mean, Demons just haven't allowed them to do that. They've been in, you know, every passing lane, you know, hands up on the shots, making the shots more and more difficult. They've done a fantastic job defensively, but you know, there's still 15 minutes to go here, so loads of time.
Mulevic is perhaps the biggest sinner in that respect. 0 for 6 from the perimeter, and he's on the bench. But they can't do it inside either. Shot clock violation there.
Yeah, another great defensive stand. You know, I mean, little touch there by Colin to go inside, and again Shane is just, he's using his body really, really well to keep the big man, you know, that extra couple of feet away from the basket, make that shot harder.
Consider that Demons, by their own high standards, are struggling somewhat in the Men's Super League this year. Down on numbers. They've already had to poach Niall O'Reilly from this team. There's a couple of players in here who'd be more than capable of stepping back up to Super League level. Chaplowskis could do a job himself. 1 for 19 now. One more miss. And their three-point rate will drop to, actually I think it already has dropped to 5%.
We're going to have both teams on team fouls there now for the last 3 minutes 40 of this, so that'll be interesting to see who gets to the line more.
We can actually take a look at the rate of return that they've both enjoyed to date, with Zalgiris shooting free throws at 83%. That is one place that they've had some love.
You know, there's the two old guys combining there, Ross. You know, the two Shanes, little pass back door and call them with an easy 2.
Yeah, both teams shooting at 83%. Demons are 10 from 12. Zalgiris are 6 from 8.
Looks like Shane McCarthy took a shot that time, right in the chest, and he's right back in the
back
game.
3, Shane Collins.
Whoa!
18 points now between the sides. More than happy to call that one on himself. Yeah, and Zalgiris, plenty of movement, but
let's see this one, Ross. Step back, beautiful. There you go.
Actually, I have to say that one really brings me back to the final in 2015, 3 years ago this week. And he was the one lifting trophies aloft, as Demons did an unprecedented treble, an unbeaten season.
Yeah, you have to hand it to Troy as well. He's done a great job on the bench there. He's just getting guys rest at the right time. You know, giving them the last minute and a half of each quarter to sit down and get their breath. Means they come back fresh for the start of the next quarter.
And that in turn allows greater focus as well as greater energy on the floor.
Yeah, it means you don't make mistakes. You know, you don't make as many mistakes. Bit of full court pressure coming from Zalgiris now.
They needed something else to go to because nothing else was working for them. Just 15 turnovers in total in this game so far, which will show you the standard that we're seeing at intermediate level in this competition. But look at that, Liam Carn, he's finally missed a three-pointer.
Yeah, but that's, you know, unlucky there from Stuart Rogers. Like, you don't want to be giving away fouls under the opposing team's basket, sending them to the line the other end. That's just, you know, making it easy for them. You know, make them earn it.
Yeah, just 2 starters on the floor now for Demons, with Rogers, Daniel Thompson and Shane O'Connell all in the game. Calculated risk from Troy O'Mahony, and if Zalgiris are going to do anything in this game, they're going to have to see it as an opportunity. Trakowskis The miss with the second one there. 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. 16-point game. And is this going the way of
my God.
Is this going the way of the intermediate final from 2 years ago, which was a tight first half and a not so tight second half? It was St. Brendan's of Tralee who pulled away from BC Namunas. That same club is back and now trailing by 19 points to Brendan's fellow Munster men. And Shane Collin with those 2 dagger threes.
I watched that game as well, Ross. I remember watching Kieran Donaghy have, I think it was 14 points and 17 rebounds in the first half or something ridiculous. Watch this one, Ross. Steps across, steps back. When you're feeling it, you're feeling it, eh?
It was a triple-double from Donaghy that day. Closest man to those kind of stats today isn't Shane Collin, is actually Liam Carmody.
There he goes, he gets his rest, has a little word with Dave Cabaye on the way off the floor. Nice to see both of them smiling.
Fantastic crowd in this afternoon. Pretty much completely sold out across the weekend. In fact, I think it is completely sold out. So the only way to enjoy basketball, if you are not a ticket holder for the Hula Hoops Cup, is either these live streams or the big one this evening and a big one tomorrow afternoon. 8 o'clock tonight, the Men's National Cup Final, sponsored by Hula Hoops. UCD Marion versus Temple Ogue, and Tala is just going to be rumbling.
Watch the rebound here. Yeah, he stepped out.
8 o'clock.
Shane was looking at Mark Gillerin like he had 4 heads there, but he definitely stepped out of bounds. Again, doing a super job. A little bit unlucky that time. There was a little bit of contact, but look at the size difference between Shane. Like, he's given up 3-4 inches on both the big men for Zalgiris, and done a fantastic job today on it.
Quick reminder, if you have just cancelled Saturday and had the popcorn on repeat in the microwave, if you're tied to these YouTube streams, you of course are very welcome. Just a reminder to switch over to TG Cahir, or indeed the TG Cahir player, which you'll find at tgcahir.ie on the TG Cahir app. And that would be your only way of watching both the men's final this evening and the women's final tomorrow. They will not be streamed on YouTube.
What a block coming in.
Demons are up in arms. They think that one's goaltending.
No, it's not. It hit the rim. Once it hits the rim, it's live. Fantastic defense.
Thanks, Kojak.
Watch this here, Ross. Comes straight down the floor. There it hits the rim, and then he gets his hand on it. Just about.
Thanks, Coach.
Now, if I was Troy, that might be a little bit different.
Do you have somebody on your coaching staff whose only job is just to hold you back? You know, like literally just wrap arms around you and keep you off the floor?
No, she's definitely at home. Wish I did have. They've missed their last 5 from the line. You know, again, we watch this again.
Okay, this is your chance to prove yourself, Mr. Pundit.
Yeah, definitely got the ring first. Definitely got the ring first. So I think there was a technical as well as the 2 free throws.
So I think we were both, I think everybody was really aware of the talent on show in both white and blue. Timeout called here, and it's called by Demons, and they're going to keep themselves focused with 57 seconds left in this third quarter. So the game summary for Zalgiris does not look pretty at the moment. 25% field goal accuracy, including a 5% return from the three-point line. And even their free throws have slipped off now as it went to free throws at the end of that second half of both teams in foul trouble. Zalgiris just at 53% from the charity stripe.
Yeah, there were 2 from 7 for the last 7, you know. But I think that was a great timeout from Troy there. Like, the guys just got a little bit scrappy, started arguing about the goaltend that wasn't the goaltend, and you know, he just sat them down, told them to relax. They're 18 points up. They just need to play the game, make sure that they're smart on their offense and run a bit of time off the clock, and you know, just be smart, play smart basketball.
Goaltending, or as owners of a Sega Mega Drive would know, pressing A and B at the same time on NBA Jam.
I'll definitely have to take your word for it in that moment.
He's heating up. Speaking of which, Shane Collin took a timeout to himself there in that last break. Just talking to himself, keeping himself focused, and having the 2 Shanes on the floor for the first time in quite a while has freed up Liam Carmody for the expected results.
Going to miss. What a man. I mean, the ball movement, bang, bang, bang. Easy shot in the corner. Great job from the 2 Shanes to get Liam wide open again. They're finding a hot man every time.
Demulovicis is 0 for 7 from the three-point line. And that is the end of the quarter, with Demons out to a lead of 61 points to 40. But shots like that.
Just watch it again here. You see Shane to Liam in the corner, even with the closeout. That's an easy 3. Great job.
And one more time, the Lithuanians pull into the huddle and say something equivalent to it's Me Uj Zalgiris. My Mokani look isn't the best when it comes to Lithuanian, so apologies to any fluent speakers who know exactly how bad that was.
Nice take there from Demulovicis. How do I do there, Ross?
You're getting there, kid. I think that's another block. And Edukas has been one of the better performers for Zalgiris this afternoon.
Yeah. Great block.
You just have to wonder, would they not throw in Andreas Kartsikas into this game for his three-point ability? He scored 5 or 6 threes on Wednesday alone. They're third in Division 1 of the Dublin Men's League, with a game less played than anyone else.
Yeah, good scrapping here from Ryan Murphy, but ends up out of bounds. You know, they've percentages, it's just not falling for them today, you know, and they could have another day here, you know, they could come back in the afternoon and hit half of those shots, and all of a sudden it's a game, you know. There's a big back down. Yeah, Shane just stuck his arm in. He's looking for that elbow in the chest. If we see it here, ball goes into him, you know, using his body really well. Yeah, no, he reached on that one. That's definitely going to be 2 free throws for the big man. Shane is still feeling it though.
Ref Watch 2018.
Referees have been excellent in this game. Stop trying to get me in trouble, Ross. Referees have been excellent. I think Mark Gillerin is going to be a FIBA referee. Going online saying that now. As a 17-year-old kid, he's phenomenal.
Good defensive work from Shane Collin. Lovely little dish inside. And again, there was something necessary if Carmody was trying to go behind him when actually
Lovely little.
You see here the right option for him.
Lovely little pop pass inside there from, I think it was from Blake, was it?
Yeah,
or from Lehane again. But
Ryan Murphy was screaming for it on the other side.
Yeah, they don't need to get sloppy now. They just need to play their offense and do the smart things and close out this game.
Closing out is the one thing they've done particularly well this afternoon. Chaplowskis.
Fantastic defense again there from Demons, both Ryan Murphy and Shane McCarthy, just not allowing anything easy to happen.
Just about being really switched on there.
Yeah, and they've been that way since the start of the game. You know, and that's the difference in the two teams. I mean, Zalgiris last had 42 points, and normally surely a 70, 80 point scoring team, you know, so that's a fantastic defensive job. Carmody again.
Pretty much waltzed through the cover there and extends the lead to back beyond 20 points.
I don't know if Stephanie was staying up or waking up, but I bet she's delighted that she's seen this game.
And the thing is, when you look at the commitment, oh, finally one drops for Zalgiris. It's Kasper Vichis there in the corner. That's a very, very long time coming. At least 25 minutes of basketball since the last successful shot from the perimeter. And that's what they look like. David Lehane, not his first one of the afternoon either.
What a great answer straight away, you know. Even if Zalgiris were getting a little bit of hope when that one went in, it's snuffed out straight away from Lehane. Another super rebound from McCarthy.
It's 2 for 2 for David Lehane. From 3.
The percentages again from 3 must be very high, Ross. I think they're up about, you know, somewhere around 50% or thereabouts.
There it is, a rare highlight.
Nice shot. He had created
common
a space.
Highlight.
Yeah, absolutely.
7 minutes left in this game. One of many to enjoy this afternoon. The Under-18 Women's Cup Final is coming up next. That DCU team that are going to be playing today, 6 of that team were involved in last night's Under-20 final.
Yep, and I guarantee you there's probably 2 or 3 of them involved in the Super League final on Sunday
5,
as well.
yeah, 5 of them. And they all played their part.
Shane McCarthy has just picked up his 4th personal foul. You see here, driving dish and get their hands on it. He just doesn't get there in time, and that's an easy call for the referees.
I just think Demons have completely figured out what Leixlip are at today.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job, and defensively is what we're talking about.
Yeah, been able to get into that passing lane there. Exact same thing happened. You had Chaplowskis mid-air trying to fake a pass down to the low post. Shane McCarthy hadn't switched off. He was all the way there to get hands in ahead of Tomasowskis.
Yeah, the 2, shall we say, older guys for Demons have been immense.
I think we'll stick with the official term Silver Fox. Although I don't think Shane Collin will appreciate that one either, to be honest.
No, and as you know, I don't talk about hair, Ross.
David Lehane now 2 from 3. Outside. That's Edukas, and he really is the only one who has lived up to some of his scoring potential this afternoon. Tell me again why hair is not a go-to thing for you, Martin.
I think that's a little bit obvious in that one. I was going to ask you for a loan of the hat there.
I'm so glad I'm wearing a hat.
As soon as I saw the camera swinging around, I was looking for the hat.
Edukas again, and it has gotten the crowd back involved for Zalgiris. And it is back to 17 points now.
Yeah, with a team like this, you know, they can go off. If they start hitting a couple of trees, get a bit of confidence going, you never know what might happen, but Demons surely have that little bit of experience that will finish out this game. And
speaking of which,
there you go.
What a wonderful 180 from Shane Collin, and that's not even giving credit for the fact that he pulled down the rebound for the second chance score.
Oh, what help again. They look like they need a rest, though. They look like they need a timeout. You see them asking Troy to call one. Yeah, they're going to get one here now.
Look at this.
Watch this. You know, he backs him down. He misses the layup. He gets up, gets his own rebound. Little spin.
Turns on a 5-cent coin.
Great job, Shane Collin.
Nobody under the age of 40 knows what a sixpence is. 5 minutes left to go in this final quarter. Can see, as will continue throughout the day, this place will just fill and fill and fill and fill, and be at absolute capacity this evening for the Hula Hoops Men's National Cup final. Really good experience for the fans coming here to the arena this weekend. I was very lucky to get to an NCAA Division 1 game over Christmas, and the kind of things, don't give me those eyes and the stink face, the kind of things that I was able to enjoy, you know, was having a couple of staff making sure I knew where I was going. I was able to order my popcorn, I was able to get a drink, I was able to enjoy activity during timeouts, whether it was kids playing games or good music. I was able to buy a hot dog, and all those things are all possible here.
Yeah.
And you know, I was able to buy merch, something that you can pick up here as well.
Oh my God, Mr. Carmody yet again.
I was watching NCAA Division 1 and I didn't get to see anyone put on a performance like that which we've seen from Liam Carmody today.
Yeah, he's been fantastic. I mean, no, you have to hand it to VI. They've done a great job on setting up everything over the weekend. You know, the staff upstairs have worked really hard, considering all week they've been here with school games. You know, it's a credit to them what they're doing at the minute. You know, and the sport is definitely, what a shot from Carmody. The sport is definitely on the up and up, Ross.
Really just get the feeling that 2018 is going to be a special year for basketball, just across the board in terms of the international opportunities we're going to be having, hosting another European Championships, this time at senior women's level. A team that were also silver medalists in their last European Championship outing, lest we forget. There's international history before.
Yeah, watch this, Ross.
The greatest August we've ever enjoyed, which was,
oh my God, yes,
last 2017.
See, Carmody's going to go to the line for 3 more free throws, but like he came off the screen, Zalgiris had just run the same play at the other end of the floor and missed the shot, and he's going to get 3 free throws off this one.
The league tables for both Super Leagues really contributing to it as well. With this rise in basketball, it's a rising tide that has lifted all boats, and I think most teams across all 4 divisions of the National League will back themselves, certainly on their home court, to win any game on any day.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, the Super League is not a kind of an 18-0 league anymore. That's not going to happen. You know, you could really win that league with maybe 4 losses this year, 3-4 losses, which would be kind of unheard of over the last few years. Just watch this coming off. Mazadas's leg here. Great pass. Yeah, definitely come off the offensive player. Like same can be said in Division 1. You know, there's 2 games between the top 3 clubs. Super League Women, same thing. Like it's top 4 or 5 clubs. There's only 3 games between them. You know, it's really turning into a fantastic time for basketball. You know,
and given that this is indeed an intermediate club championship game, quality and the standards that we've seen this afternoon. Rogers here, just not getting the whistle going his way. There's 3 minutes 40 left in this game. No Kasparvichis for the rest of the game for Zalgiris. He's fouled out. Chaplauskis. Back to Demulovicis. And Idukis for 3. And, you know, once they stopped forcing it, it's when it started to go in, you know.
But on top of that as well, Ross, is that it doesn't matter because it's a 23-point game.
Yeah.
And this kid is just doing ridiculous things the other end of the floor. But it's easy to shoot the shot when you're loose. And they started to hit a few the last couple of minutes instead.
Liam Carmody has 34 points.
I thought he had more.
He's shot 4 from 5 3-pointers. He has 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, just a single turnover.
Decent game then, Ross.
He's averaged a point a minute for his time on the floor.
Well, and he's done it defensively as well. You know, he's worked his socks off, you know, as he nearly comes up with another rebound there. Good job from Stuart Rogers there. Excellent.
Been a privilege to watch him this afternoon. Total focus.
That guy hasn't been bad either.
Yeah, they say you can't coach height, you can't coach class either.
Yeah, definitely Shane Collin, fantastic move, nice soft finish.
Is it even worth talking about MVPs? Although that decision doesn't fall to us this afternoon, with assembled media making their voices heard on that one.
Yeah, we always look at scorers being your MVPs and stuff like that, and like this kid has not only scored, he's done everything else that you've asked him as well. He's made layups, he's taken rebounds, he's made assists. He's just had a fantastic all-around game. I think he would definitely be the leading contender. But I've got to say the 2 Shanes as well have been magnificent. They've had a fantastic game.
The twin powers.
Yeah, you got to give it up to those guys. They've done a fantastic job keeping the big men off the boards for Zalgiris. They've made it very difficult for them. They've pulled a lot of rebounds, and they've been the bedrock for their team. And then, young Ryan Murphy's had a great game. Defensively, he's kept Mazidas out of the game, which was something that Troy talked about before the game. They got to keep him quiet, not let him control the game, and he's done a great job on that as well. So, it's been a fantastic performance from Demons. The MVP is definitely going to come from their team. I think we all know who it's going to be.
And Kartikas is into the game now. Very much a 3-point specialist. Lowe's being out there on the wing. If you play for Demons and you wear the number 5 uniform, your name does have to be Kyle.
It does.
Yeah, Hosford for the Super League team, and Kyle O'Mahony is on the floor for.
Kyle's a buddy of mine. He would have been with UCC over the years in the colleges, been involved there. Great guy, works hard for that club.
Here he is. Let's Lee Han go inside.
That kid's had a good game too. To be fair, all the Demons have.
Certainly has, yeah. Eugenius Pochis, I should say.
My man Kyle.
Just didn't have the heart there. Pochis was a starter for BC Namunas 2 years ago. This really is just trying to, well, Zalgiris are trying to gloss the score, but it's, Demons are still shooting the ball so well that that's not really an option right now.
Yeah, he just got a timeout just to get his sub in there, and this man's getting a round of applause he deserves. Fantastic game from Liam Carmody, and his teammates really appreciate what he's done for them today. Great job.
So there's just 1 minute left to go in this game. Check back in with us again at 12 o'clock for the under-18 Women's National Cup Final. Rogers and Lehan combining. Rogers with the long two. And Kyle just expected that one to clip the rim, which is why the ball beat him. And only 1/4 of this game have we seen descend into foul trouble, shall we say. That was the third, when this game, if it was going to be up for grabs, it was going to be in the third. It is the moving quarter. That's why things tightened up there a little bit, but the Demons came up smelling the roses.
It's been quality basketball, you know, it really has. I mean, defensively from Demons and offensively putting 82 points on the board. And, you know, they've had their game plan, they've stuck to it, and they've done a great job. And like, it's been just a nice game of basketball to watch as well.
36 points final total for Liam Carmody. Poaches there, tries to get one away. There's just 20 seconds left.
Yeah, they'll dribble it out here. I'm sure they won't take a shot. Oh, maybe they will. There he goes, Liam.
Rogers wants something to count on the box score.
He was looking for his score there.
He was giggling all his way through his shot there, which is why he can't really complain with the fact that Poaches has gone down the other end unopposed.
And he's still fighting.
And it's going to finish. And once again, a team from Cork with Demons on their uniform will raise a Hula Hoops Cup trophy at the National Basketball Arena. Their pedigree has absolutely shone through. But this might be intermediate. And you could think, when you see, you know, high level players like the two Shanes, Colin McCarthy. But really, this game is all about 36 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 Liam Carmody.
Yeah, fantastic job from Liam today. Like he looks like he could go again, Ross, looking at him there. He doesn't look like he's in the least bit tired, you know, but fantastic game from him. He was helped out by his teammates, but like he was the star that shone, did really well.
You know, when you consider, you know, again, we look up to the banners once again, and we see UCC Demons 2013, 2014, and 2014, 2015. Liam Carmody was on the squad for one, if not both, of those games, and would have been struggling for minutes. So, I mean, there was a part of this which is about him coming in and showing that he really can deliver on the biggest stage in Irish basketball.
Yeah, and he certainly did that today. You know, we keep saying, and we're saying the same thing over and over, he was magnificent. He did everything right. I mean, his shot percentages must have been ridiculous, because I don't remember him missing too many either. So his efficiency on the floor was ridiculous. And you know, he's shown that he's a kid that maybe can step up to that Super League level for Demons when called upon. Nice
to see Zalgiris go to the crowd and show some appreciation. They did the same thing after a big win on Wednesday night. They turned around, they showed their appreciation to 6 people on one end of the floor in Confrey. So to see 10 times that come out and support them, and then some, including the Lithuanian ambassador, to see that colour green that's associated with the decorated club that is the Kaunas version of BC Zalgiris, but to see it in the National Basketball Arena, and to see a different basketball culture, not just on the floor but in the stands. It's really fantastic, and it's been a wonderful addition to the Irish basketball environment over the last decade or so.
Absolutely, the players that they've brought through, I've been lucky to work with a few Lithuanian guys down in Carlow, and a couple of Latvian guys down there. Like the standard of basketball they bring, the enthusiasm they bring is fantastic, and like their supporters are, you know, world renowned for the way they are on the sidelines, and they passionately support their teams every time that their teams step on the floor.
If you meet a Lithuanian, the first thing they'll tell you is that they're Lithuanian. The second thing they'll say, and they won't even say basketball, they'll talk about the second religion. You know, and they don't even use the word basketball, they're straight into that kind of terminology, which is why a team of lads who, you know, one or two of them have played at a high level, but really, you know, a lot of these guys are just street ballers. Some of them have come up through the academy. There's a couple of street ballers in there that made it all the way to the final. On the other side, probably one of the only parts of Ireland where that idea of street ball first came around. You know, guys who just playing for fun. That's the likes of the Collins and the McCarthys, and that's what they bring in terms of their enthusiasm, their verve, and, you know, just that little bit of grit and that little bit of Cork arrogance that comes with it as well. And there's nothing wrong in saying that. It's very much a compliment. And it just goes all the way through this squad who are getting their deserved gold medals in a National Cup final this afternoon.
Yeah, the fantastic players, you know, led by a very good coach. And, you know, they deserve to have a good night tonight, and well done to them. And it's their second year in a row, I believe, as well. So, you know, fantastic achievement for them.
When it comes to the revelries that are associated with winning a cup on any level, but in Irish basketball, you know, do you stay up in Dublin? Do you belt down for home?
It's only been colleges for me, Ross. No, I'm pretty sure that they'll head for home. That's what they did last year. Saw some nice stuff on Snapchat and stuff last year on their way home. So,
well, for Liam Carmody, it's a chance to check his phone, which is probably blown up with messages of congratulations and what the hell were they saying about you on the commentary. But the captain, unfortunately, he doesn't have his wife in the stands this afternoon. We're thinking of you, and we're delighted that you can see this on the stream. A very special moment for Stuart Rogers and indeed for Tara Sheehan. And then we're going to get to the good bit. What a wonderful sight. You'd almost think Demons had invented that chant. Such is their experience of success. Such is their winning know-how at the National Basketball Arena. And what a way to finish things here in the National Intermediate Club Championships. It's finished here. Demons 82, Zalgiris 60. Thanks for watching. We'll see you at 12 o'clock for the under-18 final.